Hello creatives, welcome to Artist Star. My name is Beth and I am at the gallery today for the Zodiac series. This reading is for Pisces, whose correlating major arcana card in the tarot is the Moon, and in the cards of truth, it's the Fool. This is the artist card, here to represent you as that open vessel, ready to receive whatever source can draw from the well of infinite creativity. So Pisces, this spread is called Creative Depths. In this first row, we're going to use the Spirit Messages cards and ask the question, what do I need to be reminded of and keep in mind at this time? The second row with the Creativity Oracle, we are going to ask, under what new light do I need to consider this information? And then in the third row, we're going to use the Soul's Journey deck and ask, how best can I begin to apply what comes to me? And then last but not least, we are going to ask Source what else Source would like to share with you. And we are going to use the Archetype cards, a Moon Timing card, and of course the Starseed card. So let's get going and find out what the cards have for you. And ask the question with this Spirit Messengers deck, what do I need to be reminded of and keep in mind at this time? Your card is You Are Not Alone. So it says, we're here for you. We never left through all the sadness and loneliness. However, you cannot sense us near you or feel how much love we are sending you. We are your family, friends, and guides, and you never walk alone. We walk right beside you. So this is your spirit guide reminding you that they are here for you. The ones that come to you who have passed are of good, positive energy. Don't fear that it isn't something that visits in any kind of, well, it's not something that visits in a negative way. Anything that comes to you from the other side is a positive, reaching out and connecting to you. Now, yes, it could be family, but it doesn't have to be. It can be friends that have passed or guides that are already there and have been with you since birth, like your daimon, which is more of what I kind of feel is the message here. You know, whatever it works for you. For me, I kind of keep them separate. So sometimes it's family that comes through, but most times on a day-to-day basis, it is my daimon and my creative spirit guides helping me get to the mindset or the situation that I need to be in order to be in that creativity even deeper. So for you to be reminded that you're not alone and that they feel it necessary to remind you of that at this time suggests that you've been out of touch with that. You might not even be aware that you have. You might be like, what? No, I'm spot on. But there's something there that needs reminding. So keep that in mind as we go to this next card. So the cards of truth, you've got a 6 of hearts. This is a lovely card to get here. This is you at the top of your creative game. Like you are doing the best that you possibly can do at this time. Tomorrow might be another story, next week, in a year from now, you're going to be in a totally different place. But right now, in this time, you are doing the best that you possibly can do. And you're being rewarded for it. This is an outside recognition that you are at the top of your game, right? Right now, you are doing the thing, which is fabulous. This is Venus energy, and it's also the devil energy. So it's making good choices. It's knowing yourself so well that you are able to make those choices to get whatever you're doing done to the best of your abilities. Really a lovely card here. It is the successful artist card, so that's nice in its own right. So it's sincerity and it's trusting in your own judgment about things. So interesting that you would be reminded of this and that you're not alone. So but keep that in mind, because that's what this first row is all about. It leads us into what little bits we need to understand about this at this time. So let's see what the Lenormand cards have. The Mountain. So it hasn't been an easy thing to accomplish. And perhaps you're just getting there. And it feels like you've been doing it all alone. That's what that card makes me think, you know, with these other two here, because they want to remind you that even though this journey was hard to get to this fabulous spot, they were there with you. You know, you may have been doubting that, but yeah, it's one of those. Makes me think of a Saturn. You might want to check your chart to see where the Saturn is in your transits, because Saturn is definitely having to do the work. It is knowing that you are that little bit more mature for the experience of whatever learning lesson, that gravity of knowledge that comes through with Saturn. It's one of those life lessons planet that is pretty solid and pretty grounding. It is lessons for a lifetime. So congratulations for making it through. And yeah, just remember to say thank you to your guides, because obviously they were there helping you through. It probably could have been a whole lot heavier if they weren't. But everything that you learned, going around, through, over, yeah, the mountain here, whatever obstacles that you had to calibrate yourself over to get to this, they were there helping you, whether it feels like it or not. It is for that better success. Very nice. Nice to be reminded of that, and that they are there. Sometimes in a reading or in your astrological chart, it can seem like they don't have as much power as other times. So it could have been during one of those periods that your daimon was a little compromised in how much effort or presence they could give you. But they're always there, and in the end, it makes up for itself for sure during those periods. All right, so let's go on to the second row here and ask the question with the Creativity Oracle: under what new light do I need to consider this information? Nurture. Lovely card to get here. So I'm going to show you this side, which I will leave up and read. For self-care, try loving and nurturing yourself as you would a child or a pet. Embrace that inner child and take care of yourself, treating yourself like you would someone that was vulnerable. So even with all of these obstacles that you've had to overcome and deal with, and you've gotten yourself at this really lovely position, but you don't get there without effort. So you're probably pretty tired. And I know that when you're tired, you don't really, well, you're not listening with that fresh ear of when you have been taking care of yourself. So nurturing is a very nice little gift from Spirit here for you. Sounds good. right? I mean, this is what you need to look at. Under what new light do I need to consider this information? So nurturing perhaps wasn't something that you took with you through these obstacles. Maybe, Pisces, you just, you know, got through it best way that you could, and, you know, in the trenches, not going to pick my head up. I'm just going to get through it and come hell or high water. And you did, but you left out the nurturing part. So interesting that your guides are telling you to take time for that that's something that would have added something to this experience. Let's see what the cards of truth have. The King of Diamonds. Interesting card to get here as well. The King of Diamonds is the one-eyed king. And even though that they've got both eyes on this deck, it is known in the just original playing card deck and that it's the one-eyed king, and that you can see things from a single-minded point of view. So the challenge with the King of Diamonds is to understand that less of a single-minded point of view and more of, well, diplomatic is probably a good word. And the king can also represent someone who is there to, as a beneficiary, or to help you in some way, to promote you in some way, to give you a hand up, if you will. So be on the lookout for that. And of course, taking care of yourself, you are going to just ooze that confidence and beautifulness that is just so attractive to be this kind of success with all that confidence that you can have under your belt when you do take care of yourself. So basically, it's full of riches because the kings are those that sacrifice. It's Pluto energy. It is the destruction of something for something better to take its place. And the kings just have this innate, intuitive ability to know exactly what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and for who. So that kind of energy could be coming to you as literally a person of interest, with a masculine energy as well, and also could be a feminine energy because it's a red card. But being a king with that Pluto energy, it will be a masculine feminine. If I can be clear about that, it could certainly be someone who comes across as a feminine but has a very strong personality and wants to help. Or this could be your spirit guides suggesting that there is some sacrifice for you in order to take this nurture and put that into your practice, right? That would be such a lovely thing for you to do. All right, let's look at the Lenormand card, and then we'll talk some more about this row. Oh, they've got the ring. So this, of course, is just commitment. Commitment to yourself, commitment to your craft. And in order to stay at this level, you definitely are going to have to incorporate that nurturing for self-care. You just can't sustain that level of expertise or that amount of using that kind of creative energy that you've been using and stay there without some self-care. So that does seem to be your message here today, just to make that commitment to start to take that time for yourself. It doesn't have to be much. It is whatever it is for you, a cup of tea or, a sabbatical, who knows? But that is for you to know. So it's very nice to be reminded to take care of yourself, and that your guides are really asking you to do that. Very lovely. Okay. Yeah. So the King of Diamonds, I just keep coming back to that because this is earth energy. It is, in the tarot, it would be the King of Diamonds. That is Taurus. And that, again, is just this very solid skills, talent, finances, a beneficiary, a mentor, someone either within yourself, your guides, or some outside person will be there to influence you. Honestly, it could be a new gallery, or, a solo show, or you coming into another venue of genre of art that you have been curious about, and this is the moment when you are wanting to get back in, roll up those sleeves and get the job done, because that is also something the kings do. And your guides are saying, okay, you can stay at the top of the game, but you're going to have to nurture if you're going to do it right, in the right way, taking care of yourself and your craft, basically. You want your art to be the best it can be. So in order to do that, you are getting the message to nurture. All right, I said I was going to leave that up, and I didn't. So I'm going to flip it now, and then you can contemplate that card as well. Inner child. All right, let's move on to the third row and ask, how best can I begin to apply this? How do you nurture? This is with the soul's journey. That's right. Growth. Interesting. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. Beautiful. How sweet is that? Cup of tea, baby. That is really, or, half-hour meditation, whatever it takes. Very nice. Let's look at the cards of truth. Have the spades in reverse. So, Ace of Spades. Wow. This is the ultimate connection with spirituality and soul. This is like the Epiphany card. This is you taking a giant step forward, yet it is in reverse. Very interesting. So there's some resistance to taking that self-care. Maybe you don't feel like you can. But in order to continue, you're going to have to. So you've got to let that guard down just that little tiny bit in order to make room. It's going to take the self-nurturing before this can happen. That's what this is. Oh my goodness, it's there. It's waiting for you. Oh my gosh, yes, that is the message. Oh, and the clover, that's in reverse as well. So it's luck. It is the universe being on your side. It is just having this easiness about how it wants to go. Yeah, wow. So in order to stay at this level, or to continue creating at this level, you've got to self-nurture in order to grow, and that growing is the thing that is going to keep you at the top of your game. And that's when this card is going to pop and turn itself around, and you will realize and understand is what your guides are telling you, that they've been here and that they are waiting and ready to deliver. Holy crap. What a great message. Ooh, go have a cup of tea. Let it pop. This is amazing. Whew. Okay, so let's go to What Else Source would share and find out what card you got for the archetype. An advocate. Interesting, because again, that could be what the King of Diamonds is all about. Or it could be an advocate for yourself, right? Have a conversation with yourself over a cup of tea. And the light attributes here inspires you to put compassion into action. Wow, that is the self-advocating. And the shadow attributes, embracing negative causes or committing to causes for personal gain. Yeah, so again, just telling you to put your mind in that self-care, because that is the only way you are going to move forward in the right way. Wow. All right, let's look at the moon timing. Full moon in Scorpio, it's time to release negativity. Very interesting here, right? Because, of course, the Scorpio, little deaths, right? So it's going to be a little letting go of what has been holding you back, or maybe just now you can realize why you haven't been taking care of yourself, and you can make that switch pretty quickly. Full moon, that is when it pops. So look around for the full moon at the reading here, or whatever full moon is up, or maybe has just passed. Maybe it's releasing. You can release all through that full moon and after for a couple of weeks. So find a good time and thank your spirit guides, and let the reason for having been so busy and distracted from taking care of yourself go, and find a way to let that in and grow. All right, Starseed. Ooh, telling you to have courage. Perfect. Live your life fearlessly with courage, strength, and determination. Yes, you can do that and take care of yourself. Oh, Pisces, what a beautiful reading. Well, thank you for watching, and leave a comment if this makes any sense or you have anything to add to it. Maybe I've missed something. Would really like to know how this feels. So thank you, and as always, happy creating.